Now let us write a Python program to find the multiples of m between a lower bound a and an upper bound b. So you can take a new file, file new, save the file, it is already saved. You can write a comment. Let me go for a multi-line comment. A Python program to display the multiples of m, multiples of m between a and b. So a is the lower bound, b is the upper bound, and we want to find all the multiples of m. So step 1, a should be entered from the keyboard, b and m should be entered from the keyboard. Okay, so first let me read a from the keyboard. A is an integer because lower bound, upper bound, they are integers. So a is equal to int, then left arrow key, you can go inside input, round bracket, left arrow key, you can go inside, type a message, enter the lower bound. Now upper bound b. Okay, so b is equal to int input, left arrow key, you can go inside, enter the upper bound. Okay, now I need to find the multiple. I want to find the multiple of m. What is m? That should be entered from the keyboard. That is also an integer. Enter the value of m. Okay, so that is done. Now I can use the for loop, the keyword for followed by some variable name I, followed by the operator in, followed by range function, and for loop should end with a colon. Now how do you write the range function? I want to display all the multiples of m between a and b. So the first argument is a. If you want b also, the second argument should be b plus 1. So here you get all the integers between a and b. Now if it is a multiple of m, that must be displayed, otherwise you don't have to do anything. Okay, so how can you check whether it is a multiple of m? If check whether I is a multiple of m. Okay, so if I modulo m equal to 0. What is the meaning of this? When you divide I with m, the remainder is 0, which means I is a multiple of m. So I should be displayed in the computer's monitor. Let me display all the multiples in the same line. So ending character is equal to space. And if it is not a multiple of m, else you don't have to do anything, isn't it? So let me write an empty statement, pass. So when you run the program, you can see, enter the lower bound 1, enter the upper bound 10. I want to generate all the multiples of 2, which means even numbers, isn't it? So you get all the even numbers between 1 and 10, 2, 4, 6, 8 and 10. Let me again run the program. Lower bound 1, upper bound 1000. I want to get the multiples of 13. See, these are the multiples of 13, starting with a 13, followed by 26, followed by 39, 52, and the last one is 988. Okay, you get all the multiples. Now if you want, you can more. So actually this is not required, because in the else part, if it is not a multiple of m, you don't have to do anything, pass. So actually this part is not required. If you want, you can avoid that, simply write one if. It is not that else must be there when you write an if. You can simply end with the if. Run the program, you see the answer 1, 10, multiples of 2, even numbers. You can see 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So else is not compulsory. Now suppose you want to find the sum of all the multiples of m between a and b. If you want to find the sum, what are the changes? Remember the last video tutor, print statement should be replaced with a answer variable equals answer variable plus general term, and here the general term is I. Answer variable should be given the initial value 0. Certainly you should display the answer variable. You can display like this, print, you can write sum of multiples of m. I want the value of the variable to come, so m should be written outside. Sum of multiples of m between a and b. So I want the value of a to come, so a should be written outside double quotes. Now it will not fit in this line, so let me use backward slash so that I can continue in the next line. Sum of multiples of m between a and b. I want the value of b to come, so b should be written outside double quotes equals answer. So just run the program. Oh, there is a mistake here. Between, here I did not put a comma after m, it's my mistake. Run the program, F5. Again there is a mistake. After a I did not put a comma. Why do you make use of backward slash? To continue the statement in the next line. Okay, so after a there should be a comma. Enter the lower bound 1, enter the upper bound maybe 10. I want to find the multiples of 3. So it is 3, 6 and 9. Okay, between 1 and 10, isn't it? So sum of multiples of 3 between 1 and 10 is 18, because 3 plus 6 is 9 and 9 plus 9 is 18. So you get the answer 18. Now if you want to find the product, you know the change. Plus will become star. Answer variable should be given the initial value 1, and here you should write product. Product of multiples of a. Maybe you can break here and you can write like this. So 1, upper bound let it be 7, and multiples of 3. Okay, so you get, it is actually 3, 6. So 6 into 3, 18. You get the answer 18. Okay, so this is another program based on for loop to find the multiples of m between a lower bound a and upper bound b. Here it is assumed that when we type a and b, a is less than b, because lower bound should be less than upper bound. Okay, so it is assumed that a is less than or equal to b.